This episode of the Rogue Deck Builder is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, the #1 source for games and gaming accessories, and by GatheringMagic.com, the #1 source for Magic the Gathering news and articles. Hi there, it's Kevin with Gathering Magic and Roguedeckbuilder.com here with match number, we're way far in the tournament. This might be our last round. I think we have to win this, go 4-2 to have any sort of prize contention. We did win the die roll though, that's always a good sign. So yes, we'd like to play first, and this is a very, very good hand with a Soul Warden, Sarah's Ascendant, Special Possession, Squadron Hawk. This is a great hand against like UWR. This is exactly what you want to see. You don't want to see any sort of God draw that just loses to a Path to Exile. You want to see like this hand that can come back from any sort of electrolyzed lightning bolt, Path to Exile type 1-for-1 type strategy. So no, I'd not like to mulligan this. A very keepable hand, and we will first turn Soul Warden. Most likely first turn Soul Warden. We could go for the Sarah's Ascendant, but as is, we couldn't actually activate it with the Martyr if we drew into a Martyr. So I'm not liking that line of play. I think it's just Soul Warden first turn. And if Soul Warden has to eat a bolt, that's better than a Ascendant eating a bolt. So let's just go ahead and, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and look at the standings here, see where we're at. Rank number 11, so actually we would have a chance to top 8 this if we do win. A very, 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 no, there's no way. At 11th, we move up, half these guys move down. Probably not even if we win this. I mean, we're ranked pretty low on the 9s. Well, actually, we're ranked pretty high on the 9s, which is surprising. Clyde beat us here. And it looks like our other dude that beat us, Karate. Okay, so Karate Key 24 is still, he's still 5-1, so or 4-1. So that's pretty good. So not bad, not bad. Okay, so anyway, our opponent does keep his hand, so we will go this line of play. Go to Soul Warden. And again, this is why you never, ever just concede after 2 losses. I was very frustrated after my PTQ when first turn I went up against a Infect deck as well on my PTQ win. And then second game I went up against a UWR Control, which a very, very bad-mannered opponent that kept stalling the game, kept calling the judge over stuff that should not have been called, and kept trying to eke out wins by playing rules lawyer magicking, trying to play gotcha magic. What he was doing, he was Path to Exiling in response, or he was in response to his Path to Exile. When I'd start to search my deck, he would play his Aven Mind Sensor, say, I haven't passed priority yet, and whatnot, and flash in his Aven Mind Sensor, and then call the judge, and we have to wait 15 minutes for the judge to come over and tell him to quit trying to cheat. And that's basically what happened like twice, for the judge to say, hey, this is not how you play Magic the Gathering. You do not cast Aven Mind Sensors, you know, and so we ended up going to time after, you know, all the judge calls and whatnot. I mean, he called the judge probably 5 or 6 times that match and whatnot. I cannot stand those type of players. Conley Woods wrote a great article about that, how you see that in PTQ grinding and you see that at Grand Prix, but once you hit the Pro Tour level, you do not see that kind of jerk magic. It's actually quite... Oh, geez, if this is Soul Sister versus Soul Sisters, I might have to slit my wrists. Let's see. Anyway, we'll have to play faster if that's the case. But... Anywho, so I ended in my Pro Tour qualifier experience. I was 0-1-1 going into my 3rd round, and the only way I could actually get into the top 8 was to win out, completely win out, and I ended up completely winning out. And this is one of those scenarios this could happen again. If I win this, I could go into top 8 and then be golden. I think the right play here is just going to be Windbrace Heights, and then that makes it so we can have a Spectral Procession out. And again, this is going to be a great draw versus Soul Sisters because we'll probably be so far ahead if this is a Kabira Crossroads version of Soul Sisters. And at this point, I think the Honor of the Pure is going to be the strongest card because of the Spectral Processions. You could make the argument with the Johnny's Pridemate, but it's in my opinion, it is going to be Honor of the Pure. We'll throw the rest of the cards on the bottom. Check out the Sarah Ascendant, and then attack in with the Soul Warden. And it's going to be 21-21 on turn number 2. We have a very explosive draw, though. We are just a few cards away from this Sarah Ascendant being active. It's going to be an Amulet of Vigor deck. Okay, so this is going to be a bit... not really a bit of issue, because we can just be too aggro for him to deal with.
A couple of Texas Crimmins want to talk to you there on Skype.
So I'm going to go ahead and cast a Spectral Procession and gain a gazillion life. And this is going to activate on the pure. Again, these type decks can go crazy with Amulet of Vigor. I could lose this turn 3. Again, these combo decks seem to be everywhere on MTGO, which I don't know. I personally am not a fan of combo decks. As they are so uninteractive. And I'm surprised he decided to go that route. I probably do have another turn, though, before he starts going crazy. And then I do need to start leaving my Path to Exile up to get rid of the... oh, jeez. Yeah, I might just be dead to the Summer Bloom. Because he can add 6. I'm pretty sure a Primeval Titan's going to come out. But I can Path to Exile that. But he's going to have ungodly amounts of mana. Which, the Primeval Titan does go get 2 more stuff. Comes to play untapped. Yeah, it could be... Boros Garrison and a Slayer Stronghold. Can he actually do it? Here's the thing. Jeez, maybe I just need to... yeah, because he's going to be able to bring in some more stuff as well. He has to have... to remove red cards from his hand to give an extra attack phase, I believe. But this is going to put me under 20 life, which is going to be a pain. I don't know how I side against this. Probably a Sundering Growth to... take care of that Amulet of Vigor. Oh, wow. Jeez, oh, jeez. This is just annoying. So he just goes infinite here, then. No. Okay, so we're still good. He still could just plain die to this Path to Exile. And no basic lands in the deck. Oh, hi, Blood Moon. Blood Moon just completely shuts this down. We're definitely going to attack him with everything. And he probably will block here, I'm sure. I'm hoping that's the case. And the Pure looks awesome. Alrighty, that is going to be great. And this could be game. Because if he loses Azusa, he could be in huge problems. All right, well, Pact of Negation. It's pretty good. So, never mind. He's not out of this, but he's got to pay this right now, which is not a problem with his deck whatsoever. He can transmute this to find what, though? An Inkmoth Nexus? I'm not sure. And he's got the second Primeval Titan. Of course. So that's pretty much the god draw, though. And yeah, so he can. Let's see what he does here. I don't know how this. Yeah, it's Slayer's Stronghold to make him give his guy haste. Which then goes and puts in. I'm not even sure what he puts in here, but I mean, another Primeval Titan is probably going to do it. So, I mean, these type of decks, man, these last two decks are really making me want to actually put in the new Spirit from Born of the Gods that people cannot draw more than 2 cards per turn. Even though this isn't drawing cards, it's searching for them. Of course, another card that would be really good against this deck would be a Leonin Arbiter. A Leonin Arbiter would make it so he cannot search his library, which would shut down his Primeval Titans. But pretty much, I think I'm going to be dead to the Primeval Titan, unless I draw into another Path to Exile. But now he's got the Inkmoth Nexus, which... a Pact of Negation is going to... yeah, that's going to completely... if I put these in, block, 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 he transmutes. All right, I'm going to concede the game. This is just ridiculous. We'll go onto the sideboard, which... Suppression Field, does that do anything? I don't think Suppression Field. It shuts down like Slayer's Stronghold. Limitless Sanctity doesn't do anything. Rest in Peace doesn't do anything. Snowy Silence, Sundering Titan does. I really don't even think that it's worth it, though, to bring it in. Gosh, that deck is just so Amulet of Vigor oriented. They have to play that on turn 2 or they just lose. Again, these decks that are just... I'm sorry if I'm sounding a little bit ranty here. These decks that just completely get shut down by a first-turn Inquisition or first-turn Thoughtseize are what's driving me insane. No wonder Jund does so well when they get free wins versus all of these decks that we basically face today. They get shut down by their key card getting discarded, and then what do? They just have a very clunky hand that gets beat down by 4, 5, 6 Tarmogoyfs, and then the attrition war starts with the Lilianas and whatnot. So a little bit frustrated right now with all of these combo decks. I built this deck to play against the Pod, to play against the Splinter Twin, to play against the Jund, and which I thought I'd be seeing a lot of, but I guess that's what happens when you lose first round. Sundering Growth again, I will bring it in. And Suppression Field does shut down quite a bit of his combos. Maybe I do bring it in. And what do we bring out? Maybe Squadron Hawks out? 4 Squadron Hawks? I'm thinking that's probably the best card to take out. We'll submit this. All right, so we will play first. Let's see if we got a good little draw here. This is a decent hand. I have no interaction, though, but we have kind of this god draw with the Johnny's Pride Mate. See if he's got his Amulet of Vigor in his opening hand again. I mean, they do have ways to find it with first turn Serum Visions. Everything basically, but I mean, again, it's a very clunky hand. You have a lot of the Growth Chambers, Boros Garrisons that you can have in your opening hand that you can't even really do much about. Everything comes in play tapped. You're just begging to get burned out or like twinned out, but any sort of the other combo decks that try to finish you off on turn 3 or 4, this deck doesn't seem like it can interact very well with the opponent besides the path and negations. And again, it's just the attrition war with stuff like Thoughtseize, Inquisition type decks just seem to do really well against this. But we'll first turn Soul Attendant. I'll shut up now. Quit complaining. People are allowed to play whatever decks they want to play. And we'll put in a Pride Mate next turn. Gemstone Mine is very good. It's going to allow him to get... oh, that's the perfect draw for me. So I've got answers to 1 Primeval Titan. And this could be a very quick kill. And swinging for 1, so he's down to a 19. So he's gonna He's going to copy my planes, but it comes into play tapped. I could just go for it here if I draw into a land, but I think I keep the Path to Exile up. I'm going to go for it. This might not be the smartest move. As now I have a 6/6 Pride Mate, which if he's got a bolt, he's got a bolt, which I think he might actually have in his hand. No, he doesn't. He would have used it on the Soul's Attendant. So he's down to a 12. And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage I can do next turn unless somehow I can get my Pride Mate up bigger. Which, let's see if he's got the Amulet of Vigor. He's got a Pyroclasm. That's not going to do him. It's going to put him on a turn 2 clock. He's going to throw the Vesuvia. Okay, that's fine. So he's got 2 turns. He's got a lot of mana, though. And we draw mana. Ugh. So let's go ahead and, like, hopefully get something decent here. It's not going to matter too much, though. I'm thinking the Ascendant. No, we'll put the Path to Exile. Get rid of these planes. That's good to see those gone. Tack in. 4/6. He's got 1 turn to live. Go ahead and just cast this Martyr. And we have the Path to Exile as well. So he's got 4 mana available. Oracle Muldai. Revealing a Pyroclasm, and that is going to be game. As I can Path to Exile this guy. Yep, turn 4. Okay, so again, I think that's my line of play. I am worried about those Pyroclasms now. I don't know if Immortal Servitude is the card to bring in or not. Of course not Rest in Peace, Stony Silence, Squadron Hawks. Yeah, I'm really thinking this is the lineup that I want to go. And I got the Path to Exile again and a Sundering Growth. There's no way I'm mulliganing this. Our opponent does mulligan to 6. See if he's got the first turn Amulet of Vigor. He does. See if we can race that, though, is the problem. We have the Path. So for 3, he may play additional 2 lands this turn. He might just have it. I don't believe I path this. I believe what we do is we just go ahead and Sundering Growth this right off the bat. He's got 2, 3, 4. He could have the pack. No, he could not have the pack because he would not be able to pay for it. And he's pretty low on cards now. Which he's going to try to get that prime time out, but it might just be too slow. And again, we do have that Path to Exile. We miss our land drop. I think it's Auric Champion is the right move. So we're not out of this either. As he's still just another Amulet of Vigor away from Yeah, ouch, for messing us up. Yeah, we really had to hit that land there. We can path that. But it might not do anything at this point, especially with a Pact of Negation, if he has it. Which he does not have it. He did bring in a Singleton Forest, though. But with that much lands, you got to think that he can just go crazy. Oh, he gets a Summoner's Pact, yep. Which allows him to put out a Primeval Titan again. So again, we are... a path away from losing this. Which is going to go at what? Tolarian West, Tolarian West. Slayer Stronghold. Which he can actually use. Ouch, 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 ouch. Yep, that's probably going to do it. Wow. Crazy how this deck can just go off. Survived a Sundering Growth and a Path to Exile. So our only hope in the entire game is to draw a Path to Exile here. And it's a Plains. That's not going to do it. I think what we do is we just throw out this Pridemate. Or the Spectral Possession. That will give us the most life. Because the Pridemate will put up to a 3/3. I don't think there's anything we can do here. I think we use our mana. Still has that other Tolarian West. And a Pyroclasm, okay. Which Summoner Pack goes and gets him another Primeval Titan. Number 3. Yep, alright, so that's game. Pretty good draws on his part. If they slip up just a little bit, it's pretty easy for us to win. I don't know. Hate-wise, Blood Moon is something you could always run to just completely shuts down this deck. But I mean, it's quick. It is very quick if you don't have the answers immediately. I thought we were golden after we were able to Path to Exile off that second Primeval Titan. But I mean, I guess between the Summoners Pacts and the 4 of Primeval Titans and the 4 of Summoners Pacts, they just have more paths than we have to begin with. So, yeah. A Torpor Orb would shut this deck down, but of course Torpor Orb shuts our own deck down. And, yeah, I'm not even sure Suppression Field really does much. And even Mind Sensor or Lunan Arbiter, of course, would be the right line of play. But, again, you'd have to be responding to the Primeval Titan trigger to be doing that, and I don't even know if that will do much. I guess they have to go for the Slayer Stronghold and whatnot, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. I guess just play Inquisition and Thoughtseize main board, and just maybe I'll do a mono black budget deck again with the just Inquisitions and Thoughtseizes and everything, and just, win 50% of the matchups just by first turn Thought Seizing or first turn Inquisition, finding their combo, getting rid of their combo, and then basically, what do they do after that? I guess he has to draw into a ton of cards for this to work out, but I don't know. Anyway, this has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.